There are times when silence speaks louder than any newspaper headline, and those who follow the behind the scenes of Newcastle United closely have already noticed something big might be taking shape well away from the spotlight. The rumours are quiet, almost like whispers echoing through the corridors of St. James Park, but the signs are there for those who know how to connect the dots. And this time, what's being murmured behind the curtains involves a big name, a significant fee, and a potential shake-up in the team's defensive structure. The kind of move no one saw coming but could be much closer than we think. By the way, if you're the kind of supporter who doesn't like finding things out only after everyone else is already talking about it, now is the perfect time to subscribe to this channel. Your subscription is what keeps this work alive, bringing you exclusive content, fresh news, and in-depth analysis about everything surrounding Newcastle. Click the subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join us. Here you stay ahead of the headlines. In recent weeks, Newcastle's board has shown a noticeably more strategic approach. Decisions are being made with greater care, prioritizing specific profiles, age ranges that align with the club's medium and long-term project, and of course, players with international experience. And when it comes to strengthening the defensive sector, the standards are even higher. After Botman's serious injury and the inconsistent form across the squad, the defense has become a silent priority. No one says it out loud, but the actions speak for themselves, and it's in this context that a familiar name has resurfaced, this time with even more weight. The buzz started with a report that, at first glance, might seem like just another international rumor without official confirmation. But upon closer inspection, it reveals deeper layers. The website Africa Footnote, yet widely known among English supporters but gaining credibility over recent transfer windows, reported that Newcastle United have made an initial offer of £42 million for Bayer Leverkusen centre-back Edmond Tapsoba. According to them, the news came directly from a source close to the player. And that's where things get interesting. Because when a story of this size uses phrases like a source close to the player, questions immediately start to arise. Is the information genuine, or was it strategically leaked? Does the offer truly exist, or is this a move to stir interest from other clubs? This chess game, with behind-the-scenes moves and hidden agendas, takes us to the heart of the matter. Is Newcastle really willing to invest such a large sum in Tapsoba, or is there more behind this figure than meets the eye? What strengthens this speculation is Newcastle's recent history with the player. According to journalist David Ornstein, one of the most reliable voices in English sports media, the club held talks with Tapsoba last summer, shortly after their efforts to sign Mark Gahey fell through. In other words, this isn't a random name thrown into the mix. There's background, there's context, and above all, there's coherence with the club's current moment. The fact that Gahey now looks increasingly likely to join Liverpool only adds to the theory. Newcastle might well be revisiting an old target due to current needs. And look, if you're enjoying this analysis and want to stay up to date with everything going on behind the scenes at Newcastle, now is a great time to hit that subscribe button. It really helps this project grow and keeps us motivated to keep digging into every rumor, every whisper, every move that could shape our team's future. And believe me, what's still to come could seriously shake up this transfer window. Back to Tapsoba. What might be behind this specific £42 million offer? Is that really the amount the German club is expecting to release their starting centre-back? At first glance, that figure raised a lot of eyebrows, especially for an opening bid. To put it in perspective, Newcastle paid less for Sven Botman, a younger player with similar international potential and already under close monitoring. That raises doubts not just about the accuracy of the information but about how it's being released. Moreover, when a source close to the player leaks this sort of information, there's often a strategic motive involved. It wouldn't be the first time agents use the media to heat up a player's name, create competition, and increase their client's market value. Likewise, the selling club could also benefit from such rumors, crafting the illusion of a bidding war and pushing the price up. It's all part of the game, which is exactly why stories like this must be examined far more carefully than they appear at first glance. But one thing's for sure, Edmond Tapsoba, now 26, is in excellent form at Bayer Leverkusen last season. He played a vital role in their Bundesliga title-winning campaign under Xabi Alonso. He's quick, composed on the ball, well-positioned, and has great reading of the game, not to mention he's already used to playing in a modern high-level tactical system. Unsurprisingly, several Premier League clubs have had him on their radar, and that of course makes any potential deal much more complicated. According to Africa Foot, discussions between the players' representatives and Newcastle are taking place this week. No details have emerged about dates, add-ons or performance bonuses, but the report makes it clear there's genuine interest coming from St. James Park. The outlet doesn't specify whether the offer has been accepted, rejected, or is still under review, but the mere mention of ongoing negotiations is enough to put fans on high alert. After all, we're not talking about just anyone, we're talking about a signing that could immediately raise the team's defensive level. If you've made it this far into the video, it's clear you appreciate deep dive content with serious analysis and no fluff. So take this moment to subscribe to the channel, it's quick, and it ensures you don't miss any of our upcoming videos covering Newcastle's backstage moves, hot rumors, performance breakdowns, and much more. With your support, our community keeps growing, and the bigger we get, the more quality content we'll keep bringing your way. Now, one final point. Despite the strong investment in recent years, Newcastle has been taking a more cautious stance in the transfer market. Financial fair play restrictions demand more precise choices, and any deal above £40 million is now subject to extra scrutiny by the board. That doesn't mean the club isn't willing to pay that much, but the player must fit the exact profile for the project. Young, with resale value, Premier League ready, and mentally competitive. Tapsoba, in that sense, ticks nearly every box. He's a guaranteed starter at Bayer Leverkusen, has European competition experience, comes off a title-winning campaign, and has already been a target for giants like Manchester United, Arsenal, and even PSG. Newcastle knows it's not alone in the race, and if they genuinely want to secure the defender, they'll need to act swiftly, strategically, and most importantly, present a sporting project that stands out. That's where Eddie Howe and his staff come in to show Tapsoba that at St. James Park, he wouldn't just be another name on the team sheet, he'd be a cornerstone of a new era. Want to stay informed on every twist in this possible transfer and much more on Newcastle's market movements? Then don't waste time. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and join us as we cover every detail of what promises to be one of the most exciting windows in recent memory. Here, you get information with context, analysis, and the passion of those who live and breathe Newcastle United. Stay tuned, exclusive updates are coming soon.